The Abakuas was founded by James Tompkins in late 2014 as an educational tool to help melanated individuals, such as yourself, learn all the foundational information they need to make the best decisions investing in the stock market for their future and the future of their children's children. So let's start with what we are not. We are not financial analysts, investment advisors, or any other profession that would advise you on stocks to invest in or to withdraw from. Instead, we help educate you on the foundational information that you will need in order to make the wisest decisions in the market. In other words, give someone a fish and they will eat for a day. Teach someone to fish and they will eat for a lifetime. So let's talk about generational wealth. We'll start off by defining the word generation. A generation, as defined by the 10th edition of the Black's Law Dictionary, is number 1, a single degree or stage in the succession of persons in natural descent. Number 2, the average time span between the birth of parents and the birth of their children. And as I'm sure, many, if not all of you, already knew this definition. So let's move on to our next word, wealth. Wealth is, as defined by Black's Law, number 1, a large quantity of something, and number 2, the state of having abundant financial resources. In other words, affluence. And again, as I'm sure, many of you already know the definition of the aforementioned. The reason I wanted to define those words again is to drive home the fact that we all know what generational wealth is. However, we may not all know what we need to do to make these definitions a reality. This is where the Financial Liberation Path to Generational Wealth, Abakuas core class comes into play. Throughout this class, you will learn about the financial landscape, corporations, market concepts and theory, financial metrics, and financial analysis. Once you're a member, you will have access to all of these courses. However, they will come to you in phases. The market is a big place, and so is the information that comes with it. So the courses are split up into 4 phases in order to assure the most effective learning process. At the end of each phase, you will receive a test. Each test ensures that you are understanding all the information in that particular phase before moving on to more information. The more you take in without physical output, also known as recall, the less you will be able to recall in the future. I know that hearing that there's a lot of information may sound scary to the working adult, but don't fret. All the classes and tests are at your own pace. And when we say at your own pace, we do mean at your own pace. This does not mean you should take weeks or months between videos or phases, but it does mean that we will not rush you. After all, anyone who knows that life is not infinite already understands the importance of creating wealth for themselves and the generations that follow them as efficiently and effectively as possible. The beauty of this program is you can listen to the classes on the way to work, while you're cooking, in your quiet time, etc. Also, you can access these courses on any device with an internet connection. Inconvenience is no longer an inconvenience. If you can find 30 minutes to an hour per day, even if it's divided up into 2 to 4 15-minute intervals, these classes will benefit you. Do you remember the generational wealth we were speaking of at the beginning of this video? Well, here's the beauty of the whole program. At the end of the program, you will create your own circle of 20. Your circle of 20 will be 20 well-managed companies that you will pick out from the Fortune 500 companies to invest in monthly for the next 20 to 30 years. And I know 20 to 30 years may sound like a long time. However, if you have truly selected 20 well-managed companies, at the end of the 20 years or the 30 years, you will have massive amounts of wealth saved up for your generations to come. Remember, This is about generational wealth, not instant gratification. And although there are courses that we provide that will help you understand how to trade for the here and now, this course is the most vital course out of all the courses you can take. It literally helps you make sound decisions in the companies you decide to pass on to your children. It can help you make better decisions while trading, and it also decreases the risk of loss in the markets. In closing, remain proactive in your planning for the future. Consider what we have to offer with urgency and clarity. From learning the financial landscapes all the way to creating a portfolio to pass on to your children's children, the Abakuas Court is here to educate you. If you have any questions or would like to set up a 15-minute call, or if you're ready to get started, please contact me at the information on the screen.